Well, hi. Welcome back to my channel. It's Michelle Crawford, your certified cannabis health coach and educator. And today is Wednesday, and I said I'd be going live at 1, and maybe you were here. And so I have to say I'm so sorry, but I got really made up for you. So maybe that will help. Check it out. Practicing my big eyeliner moves because I'm on TikTok now and I'm really enjoying it. And so, welcome. I was trying to find some cool makeup looks for people with hooded eyes. I have these hooded eyes. Anyway, let's talk about homemade health because that's the point of this whole series. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Today's topic is the Canna-kit, which is my tincture kit of 5 multi-cannabinoid tinctures. I brought them out here, right here. Let's go ahead and make it so that you can see what I'm showing you. So, yeah, this is a Canna-kit right here. It's kind of random because I had to grab things from all over. I'm not even sure I literally have everything, but I do have 5 bottles, so let's just go with that. Okay, so the Canna-kit is a multi-cannabinoid and single cannabinoid kit of tinctures. What are tinctures? Tinctures are oil or alcohol infused liquids that you can drop into your mouth that way. I didn't actually do it. I just pretended. But so they're in cannabis infused or botanical infused oils or alcohols that you can take what's called sublingually under your tongue. And that is a route of ingestion that allows the cannabis to take effect within 10 to 15 minutes. And then most people swallow the oil or the alcohol that they put under their tongue. And in that way, the cannabis can now become an oral ingested route. So you've taken it like an edible. It's handy for people, cannabis tinctures, to dose day and night. They're quite discreet. And the effects do, especially if you swallow the cannabis oils or alcohols, last a long time. So if you're trying to combat, say, for example, chronic pain or anxiety or a condition that lasts like all day for you and isn't something that is just like a breakthrough problem, then a tincture is something that you might want to consider because it's very economical. And it's a lot like, regular drugs that you take for pain, for example, that last, 4 to 6 hours, something like that. So depending on you, your constitution, your chemical makeup, and, your unique physiology, then what's going to happen for you is you're going to, experience an onset time of, however many minutes sublingually and an onset time of however many quarters of an hour, usually about 1 hour to 2 at the most, edibly. Then a duration of pain relief, anxiety relief, inflammation help, better mood, whatever you're looking for, better focus. For a lot of people say also things like it helps me be less angry because yeah, that's a problem today in our world, definitely. And that could last for 4 to 6 hours. Great, right? Like very easy to work with, very simple, just a lot like taking any other medicine you might have taken in your life, like aspirin and cold medicines, and you're thinking, how long is this going to last? Some things are 12 hours, of course, in your, medicine cabinet, but tinctures, homemade health tinctures are, between 4 to 6 hours. So let's talk about the kit. My class that I gave in winter and in spring was like my sort of my first foray into doing an online course, and it's called Homemade Health Tinctures, and that's where the Homemade Health Expanded Masterclass was born. So in winter of like 2022, I guess, I was working with my CCI friends. We were on what Corinne and Andrea from our school's Cannabis Coaching Institute host a study club, and somebody said, hey, doesn't Michelle make multi-cannabinoid tinctures with like CBD and CBG and CBDA in them and stuff? And what does she call those things again? Oh yeah, Exacta and Trifecta. And hey, Michelle, and they start talking about my class because it was a study club on CBG, or not my class. They start talking about my tinctures, and hi, hi, Kirsty. So glad you made it! Yay! But yeah, that first study club, maybe you were there, Kirsty. Do you remember that they were like, oh my God, CBG. Michelle makes stuff with CBG in it. Maybe she needs to make a class. Oh, hi, Alex. Hi, Mel. Nice to see you all three here in the live. Yay. Thanks for coming on, although I was super late. Nice to see you. This is going to be so fun. Okay, so at study club, they were like, you need to make a class. And then, like, everybody in the chat was like, yeah, Michelle needs to make a class. And my husband is like, are you looking at this? Are you going to make a class? So I made a class, and it was so amazing. As a matter of fact, just this morning, like a student and a CCI student as well as a student in my homemade health tinctures class told me that she had been giving Exacta formula, which is this one, my CBD day blend, to someone in her community, to miraculous results, just miraculous. And the person themselves who was experiencing the results wasn't the one, telling my friend. It was her loved one, her relative was reporting back that, hey, my mom is doing amazing, or auntie, I can't remember. She's walking, she's in it, she's focused, her pain is relieved, she's back. I mean, I was pretty much in tears this morning about that. So let's talk about the formulas. With that introduction, right? Let's talk about the formulas. We've got the idea that cannabis has different cannabinoids and can support you during the day and the night, no matter what you think about it. If you think that cannabis is all about only getting high, then the daytime formulas that are non-intoxicating will really surprise you, perhaps, with their efficacy at supporting you without the euphoria that you might associate with THC. And then for the nighttime sleep issues, which are like really important that you want to attack with cannabis, a lot of times, a lot of people, and pain relief, we have combinations of cannabinoids that involve THC and CBN. And also, this is my big secret, but it's totally not a secret, is Sleepytime tea. I infuse my Sleepytime formula with Sleepytime tea, which is America's most popular nighttime beverage. For getting better sleep at night. I mean, everybody knows about it. It has chamomile, it has spearmint, passion flower, valerian root, and all kinds of great things in it. And I thought, well, shoot, why don't I just put that in there? It's great. It's good for me. It's synergistic with my goal. So, hey, thanks everyone in the chat. I love to see that this is getting lit up. It's so wonderful. And then you're looking forward to my class. Thank you so much. I am too, right? So the Canna-kit of tinctures has 5. You start off making very simple THC and CBD, and that is the basic Canna-kit. And let's just leave these multi-cannabinoid babies over here for a minute. THC and CBD is a basic, a mini kit, if you will. Just the knowledge that you can use CBD and it's not going to get you high, and it has different properties of anti-inflammatory, anti-nausea, various things. And THC, which has, the euphoria effect, the sedative effect, the pain relieving effect at a greater level, and things like that. And you can use these at different times of day, is already a lot of information that's valuable. It's already enough to get you started. If you have a quality CBD source in your life, and if you have the ability to access THC legally in your area, then that's a great start for you. Simple and easy. But then in our class, of course, we take it up a notch with like our THC based multi-cannabinoid formula called Trifecta, which is my best bet for your health. It literally has the 6 sisters in it. The 6 sisters are 6 cannabinoids that you can get from commonly available cannabinoid-rich cannabis in most parts of America, Canada, other parts of the world where it's legal. THC, CBD, and CBG. And from having that kind of cannabis, dried flowers or concentrates, you can also have the acidic cannabinoids. You can have CHCA, CBDA, and CBGA. And so those are the 6 sisters that are in the Trifecta formula. And I recommend people taking that. I call it my THC day blend, because THC is appropriate for daytime if you need it. And you just need a way to take it that's going to make sense for you. The other multi-cannabinoid formulation is called Exacta, and it is it is a CBD. I call it my CBD day blend because it is the same thing as Trifecta minus the THC. So we've removed the intoxicating euphoriant cannabinoid and we've replaced it. Well, we haven't really replaced it. We just call it now Exacta. Exacta is great. Exacta is everything you need in a daytime formula. I have so many people taking Exacta and Sleepytime and just going at their lives. In my mind, Exacta and Trifecta are another mini kit because they're basically like oomphed up single cannabinoid tinctures. These are single cannabinoid tinctures, THC, CBD, and this is now everything the plant has to offer in one same bottle, of very similar qualities of how to use them. in terms of like, your THC at night and your CBD during the day. But then we add Sleepytime into the mix, and this is the game changer. This is the game changer. Because who's not getting their best rest these days? A lot of people. Who has insomnia? Whose anxiety keeps them up at night? Who has oh gosh, just problems falling asleep because of worries. Maybe you're worried because the inflation's bad. Maybe you're worried because you have poor health. Maybe you're worried because someone you love has poor health. So many reasons. Maybe money's tight. I feel you on that. Gosh, we cannot get enough sleep in our lives. We need it. It's restful, restorative. We were just talking this morning about how hard it is to power down and to really surrender ourselves to getting some of that restorative time that we need. And every night it's a fight for a lot of people, myself included, to fight off that insomnia problem. I mean, I've got my business on my mind, my family on my mind. I got my money on my mind. I got my mind on my money and my money on my mind. All right, everyone. So Sleepytime, let's talk about it. It's super popular. It's really important. It's a THC, CBD, CBN blend. And it also, like I said, includes the magic of Sleepytime tea. From a DIY perspective, this is a little bit more challenging to the average DIYer for whom just this is an accomplishment. And I want to congratulate anybody who makes THC and CBD tinctures alone, right? Like I really want to congratulate you. And if you get to the place by taking my class is the best way to go ahead and make THC or Trifecta and Exacta formulas with 6 and 5 different cannabinoids, like more power to you. And then this over here, this like great industry inspiration, as well as like just sleep need inspiration, the idea of taking your cannabinoids, your THC, your CBD, and your CBN, let's talk about that in a minute, and then combining it with something from the outside, some what they call in the marketplace like complementary botanicals into the formula, so that we have like this complete herbal plant medicine support to get us into bed at night, one of our biggest challenges in life right now. That's what this is all about. It's inspired, it's inspired. And that's why many people, when they make it themselves at home. So the classes, like the tinctures class, was about a month long, and we started off with your ready canna pantry, like we talked about yesterday, using our Ardent FXs, for these jobs, like we said, and getting all the resources, and then making. We make the tinctures. CBD and THC are first step, and then Trifecta and Exacta are next step, and then finally you graduate to Sleepytime in the end. When you're done with the first part of now the homemade health class, you have all these tinctures. You've literally made them. You've taken them, and hopefully you've shared them. Oh my God, my neighborhood is so loud. Oh my gosh. You guys recognize my Taffy bowl? Hey, Kirsty, I'll try to puff on this in front of you, and I want for us to use these next. So the tinctures class is what led to homemade health becoming a bigger course, because the students in the tinctures class often wanted to make other things, and they wanted to learn from me, somebody who has a lot of experience making these things, like the topicals module that I added and the concentrates module that I added. Because of the Source Turbo, people wanted, because of my experience with the ExtractCraft machines, they wanted to know, Michelle, can you help me use these? And I could. And, so that's why it's all very organic how the class developed. But these tinctures, the way that they help people, the way that they support people day and night, the way that the education of making them and understanding their purpose helps you understand more about cannabis and how you can use it every day when you want to be high and when you don't, when you need support in something during the day at work, and when you need to let your hair down at night and relax and get loose and start preparing for that night of sleep. Like I literally am preparing for my night of sleep pretty much starting at 8 a.m. in the morning. You know why? Because I only have 1 cup of coffee in a day. I love coffee, and I have a very cool coffee machine, but I only ever have 1 cup of it and I never have any more caffeine after 2 o'clock because I'm that protective of my sleep. I need my sleep so badly. And all of these things will combine into having a poorer, more insomnia, influenced experience at night, not getting sleep. And so Sleepytime on its own, just like in anybody's life, it's a miracle worker, yes, but there's choices that you can make that can help your life smooth out, right? Kirsty, thanks to Michelle, I now confidently make cannabis medicine for myself, my family, and friends. It is such a gift to be able to make, take, and share. Thank you, Kirsty. Yes, that is my goal, is for my students to be able to confidently make these tinctures, the topicals that I am now teaching, and the concentrates that I am now teaching, and then take them and then share with the world. I want you to understand my thinking behind how I made all these things so that you too can have your own thinking process, your own creation process, your own inspiration, and your own innovations. The problem is that a lot of people are just too far from it. Like when you're in this place of having a lot of cannabis knowledge, you don't want to insult your other friends and family and people out there by telling them things that they already know. But the more I talk about cannabis, and my understanding of it and how I think about it, the more I kind of am discovering that no, people don't know this stuff. They really don't. And they'll tell you if they do. If they do know it, then and they want you to stop talking, they'll tell you. And it's okay. You can say, "Oh, right, thanks, no problem. I got it. You know this stuff already." But if they don't, you know what I mean? Like it's important to share. So, like I said, THC and CBD is a basic canna-kit. When you do multi-cannabinoid formulation and you want to have more of all the good that's in your cannabis, then you want to go multi-formulation. And then we have our THC and our CBD blends. And then sleepy time. I mean, it's just such an important part of life, our downtime, our rest, our restoration that we need, and today's modern life is not helping at all. And our values are not helping at all. And how we live our lives is usually not helping at all. So sleepy time, it's just in a little class all by itself, helping people get better sleep day and night. I just did a photo shoot last week with some local businesswomen who hired me to be their model. And their videographer was so professional. He'd just come off of doing his first national commercial. It was so rad to meet somebody like him and work with them in this project. And he was a former Leo, a former police officer. And he was a night shift guy. So he had been working his night beat for years. And when cannabis became legal and he retired from the force, he actually needed to reset his whole system and sleep at night again. And he used cannabis gummies to do so. And he was quick to tell me about it after finding out my profession. So that was really cool. Those are the stories I love hearing, how cannabis helped people get better sleep, have better health, all the things. Yes, quality sleep is everything. Oh my goodness. Well, let me just see if there were any things in the chat. Proud student, hi, great label game. Thank you so much. I know I did commit to these labels right here are labels that I had printed on Etsy by a shop called Decophoria, run by Hank and Alyssa, a couple out of Florida, I think. So they are oil-proof, waterproof labels that I had made because I was only making these formulas for my family. I wasn't making one-to-one things anymore. I wasn't making them special little one-off concoctions. This kit is literally what I've been making for more than 2 years now, or a couple years now, and giving to my family. This is what they get. Like when they tell me they need better sleep, they get sleepy time, or they get the whole kit. Or when they tell me they're in pain or they're preparing for a surgery, they get Trifecta or the whole kit. Like they basically get the whole kit. Like I like to give people all these things because you need all these things to pick and choose from. Every day, our endocannabinoid system and our health is in flux. It's fluctuating. Every morning, we have the lowest endocannabinoids, and every night we have more. So in the morning, that's why wake and bake is so common, right? We need to restore that to our system. We even have seasonal ups and downs. We were talking about this morning in another call that Kirsty hosts, that we do have fluctuations in our life. We have ups and downs, we have troughs, and we have apexes. So we need to have different kinds of support for those different times of life. And the kit approach is what enables you to do that. So this is what I teach in the first part of the Homemade Health course that's now expanded. This is the flagship part of the series. It's a big one because these are also topicals. Like in a way, I wasn't going to expand the course right away because these are also perfectly good topicals. I like to make my topicals a little bit more potent. I think that like topically we can take more potency, but these are effective. I've had people tell me that they've used them for eczema, for rashes, for pain a little bit, for itchiness, bug bites, that kind of thing, improving their skin, just beauty, And so that's why even if this is all you get, this is a lot because they are multifunctional as well as a multi-cannabinoid. So amazing. All right. So yeah, they were begging for it. They were begging for the class to be expanded. It is magical. Oh, I love you guys so much. Thank you. Thank you. Kirsty says, thanks for doing years of research and testing for us. You're welcome. I'm just such a canna bully to my family. I really wanted them to take cannabis, and they really didn't want to for so many years. They wanted it to taste better, and they didn't want to have to inhale anything. And, slowly, I made progress, and look at the result. The Canna-kit, the homemade health course, people all over the country and the world trying cannabis in new ways that really support them having better health, and health is wealth and better lives. What more can I really ask for in life? I'm very grateful for this. And I would be also grateful to have you join me in my class. It starts on Friday. The sales doors are open, if you know what I mean. It's $777, or you can get started today with a monthly payment of $259 and 2 more monthly payments. There's 10 classes in the series, and this is what you're going to learn. You're going to learn how to make a ready canna pantry like we talked about yesterday. You're going to learn the Canna-kit of tinctures. You're going to learn about the cannabinoid family tree. You're going to learn how to use an Ardent FX, and you're going to learn how to use a Source Turbo. These are 2 really cool cannabis appliances that I completely endorse, and also can give you discounts on if you need to buy them. Go to my website, www.cannacuriouscoaching.com right now, and get my download, Magical Machines. Magical Machines has instructions on how to use the Ardent FX and how to use the Source Turbo. Very basic instructions. And maybe you'll like them and you'll be like, oh, she's a great teacher, and you'll come back. That would be great. Otherwise, if you're just ready to go grab them and save now. I understand. The last thing that you're going to learn in my course is how to make your own concentrates with the Source Turbo by ExtractCraft. We haven't talked about it yet. I think it's going to be Friday that we're going to talk about that. And again, this was something that was asked for in the class. So, I'm just so happy to make people happy, and to give people who want to learn how to use the Source Turbo by ExtractCraft to make their own full extract cannabis oil at home, and save money by recollecting their alcohol. That will give you the ability to take your homegrown cannabis, for example, and process it on your own to make your own concentrates, keeping them into your canna pantry and enabling you to make instant things the way that I teach in my class, anytime you want, all the time. It's just such a really good, helpful skill. And I know a lot of people out there need to learn how to make FICO at home, full extract cannabis oil. So that's what you get. And at the end of the class, you will not only know how to make things from flowers and concentrates, but you'll know how to, make concentrates, which brings you full circle around. You become incredibly self-sustainable with this knowledge and this training. So I don't know. Oh, Kirsty has saved hundreds. Let's do it. All the love. Thanks. Oh, this is great. I love it. Kirsty says she saved hundreds and thousands of dollars taking this course. It's true, because our cannabis tinctures, this is like a 2-ounce bottle. This is a single ounce bottle. Single ounces of cannabis tinctures here in California can be, $40, $70, $99. They get expensive. And multi-cannabinoid formulation with more than just THC and CBD in it, that gets really, we're talking 70, 100 easy, even in the CBD market, in the hemp market. Those are the prices. So this is like $500 you're looking at right here. And in my mind, the tinctures course is $500. And every part of my 3-part course is $500. So that's why next year I'll be selling it for $1,555. But this year, since it's the first time, you want to get on the train and join the first time that we're doing it together. So exciting to be part of the first time for everything. It's like we're all just virgins getting into it. Please join. It'll be so fun. I just am getting back all my edited video from my videographer, like I said, and it is so beautiful. Oh my God, it's incredible. I love it. And I have a community on Slack, and it's fun. The people that are new to the class are filtering in with all of my existing students in there and starting to say hi. I had a student yesterday who was finding out about our threads about vaginal suppository making, and he's like, oh, am I in the right place? And some of my other male students was like, yeah, you're in the right place. It's fine. You're going to love it here. So don't worry if you're a guy and you're not thinking vaginal suppositories are for you. It's still fine. We welcome all the men. We call I'm thinking about calling people who learn how to use the Source Turbo sorcerers. Do you love that? Sorcerers and kitchen witches. Oh my gosh. So yeah, the community is great. The course is really fun. It's starting, we have the tinctures and we're moving into topicals and concentrates. It's a 10-week course and it's going to end on November 11th. And I know that that's like 11 weekly meetings if you're quick at your math, but I added a bonus one just because it's my first time and I wanted everybody to have enough time to make sure they got everything they need from me. Um, let's see. Are there any questions in the chat? I don't know. Everybody's laughing. Love it. Oh, good. Yes. I'm just so happy to have you all here. This is really fun. If there aren't any further questions, let me just say that Kirsty is and Alex are some of my what I call GGGs, which are graduate group guides. Since I am a graduate of Cannabis Coaching Institute, that's where I got my certification. And I also work there as a grad mentor, which is why this live was so goddamn late. I'm so sorry, but I was on a staff meeting with my work and I should have known that I couldn't do two things at the same time because it's very obvious. But because I am all of those things, I support a group of people that is trying to do the same thing I am, make courses, teach people things about how to use cannabis for better health, coach people one-to-one on how to improve their health with cannabis. This is my community in a large way, and we're expanding out into people who aren't coaches and educators, but we have a ton of people who are. And because of that, my business not only supports new people who just want to be DIYers, but also people who want to be coaches and educators in their business. And that is what the GGG program is. It is basically an affiliate program to be. It is the little brainchild of me and my students trying to make my course as useful to other coaches and educators as possible. GGG's in the house. Thank you. Thank you, Kirsty. Yeah, I'm always trying to like help the businesses that are being created out of my fellow students at CCI's careers, and I'm also like responding to their needs. They're telling me, "Hey, Michelle, we love your course. It's so great. I loved it so much. I never want to make this course. This your Canna-kit, your everything, the way that you do all the stuff. I love it, and I'm not going to do this." But I do want my clients, students, family members, friends, community to learn with you. So how could I support that with the GGG program? That's what I was thinking. And so if you are a coach or educator and you are thinking about having people learn what I'm teaching, I would like to invite you to experience my course. Right now, it is the lowest price it's ever going to be because my business won't be sustainable if I don't like charge prices for my services, right? I do wonderful work in wonderful ways. I receive wonderful money, what is that? Wonderful work in wonderful ways. I receive wonderful income for wonderful pay, something like that. I can't remember. So if you are doing your own business and you have clientele that maybe need to learn the DIY stuff that I teach, and you're thinking, oh, how am I going to do this? I'm not the DIYer that Michelle is. Well, next year, I will be offering this course live 3 times. I will be offering this course as a digital standalone product for $777. And I'll be offering a book, The Cannabis Kitchen Witch's Guide to Homemade Health, Modern Marijuana Magic is in the works. And that will be like $29. So I'm hoping that I can support other cannabis coach educators and coaches businesses by helping them to teach their students these skills in a way that benefits them, in a way that as affiliates of my course incentivizes you with cash money. Like let's be real, cash money, as well as the benefit that you're giving to your students in terms of your clients, in terms of the education that they're receiving and the power, the empowerment, the freedom, the abundance of medicine, the ability to sustainably make your own medicine cheaper and more affordably. All of that, all of the things that we want to give others. Let me see. GGZ's in the house. Love you, Alex. Yes, this course is currently the deal of the year. Do not miss out. And yeah, I'm going to be an author too. It's true. It's true. All right. Well, that's pretty much all I have for today. Tomorrow, I think we're talking about the topicals and the suppositories. And the very last thing that we're talking about on Friday is the Source Turbo by ExtractCraft. So keep those things in mind. I want to thank Kirsty and Alex and Hugo and Mel, Weed and Wildflowers, for coming on board today with me live. And wish you all a great day. Thank you so much. Please check out my offer. I will be putting links in the description right after this. And yes, I did say the S word. Bye, everyone. Have a great day. Mwah.